And joined by Alamogordo Tigers head football coach AJ Cisco. Coach, how are you?
I'm good, Charles. How are you?
Not too bad. Happy to have you here. Another tough one on Friday nights. It's just clear how good Artesia is, and I know the kids are working hard, but there's just some cases where there's a little bit of a mismatch, and that was for you guys on Friday night, right?
Yeah, we didn't play well to execute the game plan, and Artesia's good. And when you do a bunch of dumb things at the start of the game and give yourself a 35-point deficit in the first quarter, it's just not a good night. And I think about everything that could go wrong went wrong for us pretty fast, and that causes problems. And our kids don't back down, and that's the encouraging part is they responded and they try to get some success going here later. But like I've been saying all year, they just come back to work because they understand the importance of changing this community and the culture of the football in this community, and they're all in. They're bought into the success of this place in the long run.
Yeah, and I think there's a couple of drives, one right at the end of the half, the one at the beginning of the second half. The kids are still working, are still trying to move the football, and I mean, you probably score there in the second half if you're able to convert that fourth down there in the second.
Yeah,
half.
we would have, and if we would have got a little closer, we would have attempted a field goal. But fourth and inches, we talked to our kids. That's something we got to get in our mentality, and we didn't do it. So it's hats off to Artesia. That's why they're number one team in the state. That's why they're really good all the time. But we don't back down. I had somebody tell me, "Oh, it was Artesia." Well, that's not an excuse. We don't want to. We're not going to shy away from playing those guys, and we got to find a way to be able to play with those guys in the future.
Yeah, and I think that's got to be the goal of every football program. You can't just sit there and say there's some teams that we can't beat. And I know for you as a coach, you're never going to accept that.
No.
Yeah.
And our kids don't, and our kids responded well, and they understand. And there's always the sun comes up the next morning. So they came up Saturday. We watched and tried to fix the mistakes that we made, and then they've been total mindset about Roswell for tomorrow night.
Roswell comes in, and again for you guys, it's a little bit of a size mismatch for you guys against a very good Roswell team. They're
really good, and they're really big. So our last 6 games, I want to say we played 5 of the top 6 teams in the state. So it's dang sure going to prepare us for district, and that's our ultimate goal is to be able to be district champs. So Roswell comes in, they're well coached. Coach Lynn has a lot of experience, and he has a long history in this state, and they do a lot of things, and it's going to be a physical game, much like Goddard. 2 weeks ago when they came in here. So they're extremely large. They got some really good skill kids, and they're actually getting some skill kids back. So, and I think they're number 3 in the state or somewhere around there. So it's a good test for our kids, and it's the one last game to prepare us for district when we go to Chaparral next week.
And you're alma mater, right? You're a Roswell High grad, or?
I did. I graduated in class of 02 back there, and I don't bleed red anymore. It's black and gold. So
excellent.
It's exciting. Coach Cisco graduated from Roswell High School.
Yeah.
Taught there. He was the head coach there for many years. So we still got a bunch of people that are associated with that program, but we're bought into Alamogordo now, and we're all about the Tigers and the black and gold, and we're dang sure going to try to put on a good show for the community tomorrow night. In Tiger Stadium, and let them see continue the growth of these young kids in this program.
Where have you found? I mean, I see you guys use a couple different formations. Obviously, with the spread, you guys use your I formation and a couple others. Where do you feel like maybe the team has felt most comfortable offensively? I mean, where have you seen the most success so far this year?
It depends on who we're playing. You go to Goddard, we had more success than the I stuff running straight at Goddard, and we physically got after them. Some guys that are faster than us and do things, and we kind of spread them out a little bit and do some different things. But it's one of those things that we can go from an I formation, unbalanced T overset to a spread no back in one signal, and it's not a huge adjustment for our kids. So we kind of tailor what we want to do on who we're playing. Against Goddard, we came in with a game plan that we weren't going to be good enough to block them, so we were going to try to spread them out and get on the edge. And then we found out we could handle them, so we got back in the eye and started running at them a little bit. So we have a game plan each week that we come up with our kids and talk about we're trying to put our kids in the best position to be successful. So we have one for tomorrow, and we got some different wrinkles thrown at them, and you can see it's all just a whole bunch of formations and window dressing and stuff. And our kids are getting better at it. It's still not to the point that we need to be offensively, and we're dang sure not as efficient or productive as we need to be. So it's something that we're going to continue to improve on and continue to find ways to do things. We watched the Berlin film a couple weeks ago from when they played Roswell High, and Berlin lines up in T over in the eye and runs power and lead. So, and then you go and watch Farmington and Los Lunas, who's in the spread the whole time. So we kind of pick and choose and figure out what our kids can do best, and we want to put them in a situation on Friday to be successful and have a chance to make some plays.
And defensively, you guys have gone from a power run team to a spread team and then right back to a power run team this week, right?
Yeah, and we match up. We feel we match up a little bit better with teams that want to run the ball just because of our athletic ability right now and developing all these young kids. So we're excited. Our kids I think they look forward to going and smash mouth and hit somebody in the face because that's the kind of mentality we're bringing to these kids. So I think they get up for it a little bit more. And Roswell's dang sure going to do it. I think Roswell beat Los Lunas 4 weeks ago and only threw 3 passes. So
it's what they do.
This game could be over in about an hour and a half, considering nobody throws it. So they've got some really good athletes, and they're not a true triple option team. They'll run it a little bit, but it's more of the power and the sweeps and stuff. But it's all misdirection out of the broken wishbone, like you see Georgia Tech and Air Force and Navy and those guys. So, like I said, their coaches do a good job. Our kids are excited to go smash mouth somebody, and they're excited to kind of redeem themselves from the effort they put on last Friday and show that's not who we are and that's not the program that we're building here.
Yeah, and that's every time this team kind of gets hit in the mouth, they seem to bounce back and they seem to have good resiliency, and that to me that shows something good. Whether it's before the end of this season, that shows something positive building for the program heading over the next couple of years, and I'm sure that's what
it
you're
is.
seeing.
It's a huge thing, and it's not more importantly, it's huge for our kids for life. To know that they can bounce back from tough times. I mean, it's tough when you go down to Artesian and you get thumped like that, but every one of our kids is back there in the morning. I told our kids, this is nothing about football. This is all about life now. It's hard to man up and come and face that and watch the film and watch your mistakes, and every one of them does it, and they welcome the challenge because they know in the long run they're going to face tough times when they're 25, 30, and that's what we're excited for as coaches. And the wins will come, and the program is going to continue to develop and do it the right way, but this group of seniors we got is developing lessons and learning lessons that are going to help them in 20 years down the road. When something bad happens, they can just fall back on the hard times we've had here. So we're excited for that. We're excited for the future of this place.
And I would also say this. I mean, I would kind of throw that out there to the fans as well, that I know it's a lot easier to go out and support a team when obviously things are going very well, but this team is playing hard, and we've talked about this plenty of times over the last couple weeks, how much it means to those kids when they see those stands and those folks still coming out there, even though the wins haven't been coming this season.
And we saw it last time when we were at Goddard. We had a huge crowd, and it was even more encouraging to see how many people stayed around to sing the fight song with us, and we're starting to build some traditions and some pride back into this community and this high school. So we encourage fans to continue to come to the games and watch these kids, because we obviously play a little better at home when all these people are here.
Yeah.
And our ultimate goal is to ring that victory bell in front of these fans for the first time, and that's what we're striving to do. So it was encouraging last week, and we hope they show back up tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, and I believe it's law enforcement.
I think it's a pink out night tomorrow.
Night tomorrow
that's what
night.
it is.
Yeah, we're giving pink towels.
Yeah.
So you can come get a pink towel. You can come watch our kids play hard, and there's nothing else to do on a Friday night but watch football and support kids in your community that are doing it the right way, and they're growing up to be great men for the future.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's going to be some fundraising efforts that are going on tomorrow as well in support of breast cancer awareness, so it'll be for a good cause in there at 2, so we'll look forward to that. Coach, good luck tomorrow, and hopefully we see the guys fight hard tomorrow against Roswell.
Thanks, Charles. We will.